In this video, you will learn how to recover a deleted folder and a file from a from fat file system floppy. So first of all, let me tell you that I have installed my DOS machine. I have started my DOS machine and I have installed Norton utilities in this DOS machine. If you have not installed Norton utilities in your DOS machine, then you won't be able to run disk edit command on your system. So first of all, install a DOS operating. First of all, install a DOS machine, and then install Norton utilities on that DOS machine. Only then you will be able to run the disk edit command. So, and I have also attached an image of a floppy. So let me show you the floppy drive. So as you can see, there is file1.txt and there is a directory by the name of dir1. If we go inside this directory, you will see that there is another file by the name of file2.txt, which is 3093 bytes long. So what we are gonna do, we will delete this file and this dir1 folder, and then we will try to recover these both folder and the file. So first of all, let me show you how these two how this directory and this file looks like in disk editor, so that we can compare the before and after changes in the disk editor, and we can recover these files by reversing those changes. So let us go inside the disk editor. So as you can see, right now we are in root directory, and this is the folder we are going to delete. So right now you can see that its size is 0 and its starting cluster is 5. Now if we go inside this directory, we can see that there is a file2.txt whose size is 3093 bytes and whose starting cluster is 6. Now let's also check the file allocation table. As you can see, the directory 1, the dir1 folder is located at cluster number 5. It is occupying only one cluster, and if we go to the next cluster, cluster number 6, the file2.txt is starting from here, and file2.txt is ending on cluster number 12, as you can see here. So now we have analyzed both the root directory and the file allocation table. Let us go back to the floppy drive, and so first of all, let's delete this file2.txt. Now as you can see, file2.txt has been deleted. Now let's delete this dir1 folder. Now as you can see, dir1 for directory is also deleted now. Now we will try to recover both these directory and the file inside that directory. So for this we will have to start our disk editor. Okay, now we are now in the root directory. So before we make any changes, let me tell you one thing. First of all, let's go to the tool section and go to this configuration. As you can see, the read only, there shouldn't be any check here. If there is a check mark on read only, then you won't be able to edit this, you won't be able to make any changes in the disk editor. So make sure that you have unchecked this read only and then save this file. So I have already unchecked this, so I won't do it. I won't do it again. So let's go back and so we are trying to, as you can see that dir1 directory, the initial letter of dir directory has been replaced by this sigma character. Okay, and if we go to the file allocation table, the cluster number 5, which is the starting cluster of dir1 directory, its value has been replaced by 0. So in order to recover the dir1 directory, we'll have to reverse these changes. So what we will do here is, I will since the size of dir1 directory is 0, so it will occupy only one cluster. So what I will do is, I will write here add a file and I will save it. And now I will go to the root directory. So if we go to the root directory, it is asking us whether we want to write these changes to the disk or not. So we want to write it. So just click on write, or you can move this move this white what we can say it, just click on and just move this white part on the right and click enter, hit enter. Okay, and now just hit rescan. So now the changes have been saved. Now what we have to do is, we have to replace this sigma character with some other letter. So from the point of view of a hacker, since a hacker doesn't know what the actual name of this subdirectory was, so what he will do, he will instead of entering any random letter, he will enter here the exclamation mark. So now let us save this, write changes, enter. And now let's see whether our directory has been recovered or not. Let's go back to the drive. As you can see, our dir1 directory, dir1 subdirectory has been recovered. If we go inside this subdirectory, you won't find anything, because we have not recovered the deleted file 2.txt file yet. So now half the job is done. Now we have to recover our file2.txt. So let's again go to the disk editor. Okay, now as you can see, the first letter of file2.txt has been replaced by sigma. Its size is 3093 bytes, and its starting cluster is cluster number 6. If you now remember this, its starting cluster is cluster number 6, and its size is 3096 bytes. Now if we go to the file allocation table, the starting cluster of file2.txt is 6. Since the size of file2.txt is 3093 bytes and the size of each cluster is 512 bytes, so how many clusters file2.txt is gonna occupy? We will calculate this by dividing the size of file2.txt by the size of each cluster. So in this case, we will divide 3093 bytes by 512 bytes. So we will get 7. So file2.txt is going to occupy 7 clusters. So what we will do here is, since the starting cluster of file2.txt is cluster number 6, we will start from cluster number 6. So the cluster number 6 will point to the cluster number 7. So we will type here 7. Let me check. And now cluster number 7 will point to the cluster number 8. Cluster number 9 will point to the cluster number 8 will point to the cluster number 9. Cluster number 9 will point to the cluster number 10, and cluster number 10 will point to the cluster number 11, and cluster number 11 will point to the cluster number 12, and on cluster number 12 the file2.txt is gonna end on cluster number 12. So what we will do here, we will type the end of file on cluster number 12. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So the file2.txt is going to occupy 7 clusters from cluster number 6 to cluster number 12. So we will save these changes. Let me again calculate. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, now we will go to the subdirectory, write these changes, rescan, go to subdirectory. Now what we have to do is we will have to replace this sigma character with some other character. Since from a hacker's point of view, a hacker doesn't know what the name of the file2.txt was. So instead of replacing this sigma character with any random character, we will replace it by exclamation mark. And now we will save it, write changes to the disk, and now we will go to the floppy drive to check whether we managed to recover file2.txt or not. So as you can see, file2.txt has been recovered. Let's check the content inside file2.txt by type command. As you can see, the content inside the file2.txt has been fully recovered. So in this way you can recover any file and any folder from FAT file system. If you didn't understand anything, then you can leave a comment below. I will reply to your query as soon as possible. Next video will be on how to recover a deleted file using a hex editor. So see you in the next video.